Hi guys, this is an interesting place I've come to. Well, I'm working in Thame, so when I do work away place, I try and have a little bit of a journey round just to see a few things and to do a few videos. That's all it is really, just a bit of interest. Now, over there, through that gate there is a big, enormous house. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but that is where Robin Gibb used to live. And over here, the camera around, is the church. I think it's called St Mary's Church. Maybe, some just parked there, look. St Mary's Church. An absolutely beautiful, idyllic village, Thame is. Absolutely lovely. And he's buried just along here, I believe. Now, this looks like a bit of a path. It looks like it's a well-worn path. I think that's his grave just over there. But what a lovely place to lay to rest. Absolutely beautiful church. Nice, beautiful little village. You know, you can imagine coming here for Sunday service. So yeah, it's over here, and I believe it's just there. Robin Gibb. So people have put some mementos down, pictures, songs. It's still being looked after. Yeah, very interesting. And he lived just over the, literally just through there his house was. Seemed to be a few guys overnighting in this road as well. So there's the entrance to the church. Beautiful church there, St Mary's. So yeah, walking back to the van now. Tell you what is noticeable though. They've had it that high, you can tell he's an entertainer because it's that high, the tombstone is, that people can see him. As you're walking past, you can see it. I don't think I've seen that before, whereas it's elevated as if to say, it's been lifted up as if to say, look, I'm here, everybody, I'm here, this is me, which is probably how he lived his life as an entertainer. So yeah, that's quite interesting. So I'll see if I can go over there. I'm not sure if you're allowed to go on that, I don't know if it's trespassing or whatever, but I'll see if I can get over to there and see if they might let me in or whatever, I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, private property everywhere, no parking, private property. They really know how to clamp everything down. Yeah, this is the front of it. I'll put a photo of what this building's called. I can't go through there, so they've put a blue sign up there saying Robin Hugh, zoom in on it, Robin Hugh Gibb, singer-songwriter with the Bee Gees, lived and composed. That's it, the Prebendal. This is called the Prebendal through here. I'm not going to go too far because obviously it's trespassing, but that's where he would have lived through there. I'm only going to go up to the gate because obviously it's. But yeah, what a beautiful, nice big country house to have. I would say, in fact, let's have a look at that ceiling up there. Look at that, all the oak beams. I think I remember reading somewhere about King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn stayed at the Prebendal. I'm sure I read something along those lines. So you can imagine Henry VIII days, whenever that was 15 or 1600s or whatever, you can imagine horse-drawn carriages going through that gate there, through to that building where they stayed. They would have possibly, because I think that church is from 1100, they would have possibly have gone to that church as well. So yeah, a bit of history there. I'll have a quick look at this church. Yeah, so coming over from there where I've just been, walking over to here, look how old these steps are. They're very old, aren't they? I mean, probably not when the building was built, but I'd say they were, you know. I'd say when this wall was built, and this has got to be hundreds, I mean, this is probably 1,000 years old, this is, but when that was built, they would have needed to get from that building to there. So I do believe that these are definitely staircases that Henry VIII could have walked up, and then he'd have walked across here. It must have been, definitely. So yeah, they all seem to be facing the same way as well. They're all facing the same row, the same way. Not quite sure what direction that is, but they all seem to be, I think it's similar with Islamic funerals, they all seem to face in the same direction. But yeah, this is a church. Let's have a look at this church. Let's pan it back a little bit. I'm going to put some information on the screen of when this church was built and the information about Henry VIII. But this is it, look. Absolutely amazing. And I personally believe Christianity is sort of dying out. I do believe it's going and it's dying out. So how long is left of this? I don't know. I really do. This building will still be here, but the people who sort of run these places now and organise these places, I think they're sort of going, and there'll be other religions sort of taking over. But let's see if they'll let me go in here. Can't see any reason why not. It's a church. Start there now. Don't want to come in and there's a funeral on or something. Yeah. Beautiful. It's only small. Got the stained glass window there. Amazing. So look at this. Over here, I don't know how far I could go before somebody comes and collars me. Beautiful stained glass. That's obviously had it as well, but it's been smashed over the years and replaced. Let's have a walk along there. I'm amazed that somebody ain't come up to me to try and collar me. So yeah, I'll try and avoid these guys here. Okay, this is the the altar maybe, I don't know, I'm not that religious. Oh, this guy died in 1597, so Edward Harris was a fellow of the New College, Oxford, first headmaster at the grammar school, 1530. He was still remembered now. I don't know who these are. Oh, please, can you not touch Lord William's tomb? No, I won't be touching his tomb. So John Williams, that's John Williams there. If anybody wants to maybe pause it at that point and have a look about it. Yeah, Queen Mary, something to do with Queen Mary. How long's he been dead? Oh, here we go. Here lies the body of a daughter of Reverend. Oh, there's a few bodies here. 1692. Yeah, the important people get buried here, don't they? 1677. 1749. 1658. That's a nice, what's that say there? That's beautiful as well. Oh, and look at that there. That's Jesus, isn't it? I know enough about Christianity to know that's Jesus. And who's that up there? I think that's Jesus as well. There's quite a few Jesuses in there. In fact, how many is there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Jesuses. St Mary's, Thame, Oxon is like the abbreviation for Oxfordshire or Oxford. More stained glass windows. Yeah. Over the years, all these people who've been here have all put their little mark on it, and they've had their little plaques and bits and bobs and that. He's probably done best out of all of them, that guy. Yeah, so the women make these as well, the little cushions. You got the women's of the churches who make these little cushions. Probably get changed every 20 years. 2007, the last one there. Yep, absolutely beautiful place. Calm, peaceful. Okay, I'm not filming those people over there. Some people, the vicar's actually sitting over there. I'm not going to film the vicar, I'm just film the rest of it. Yep, nice church. You can imagine coming out of here. So they'd have been the same doors. Look, it's the same doorway. So you'd have come out of your Sunday service. You could have sat there maybe, had a chat. Or more stained glass windows, been protected they have. One of the 7 holy angels, an angel of the Lord, St Raphael and St Uriel. There's some more on that side as well. St Michael and St Gabriel. Yes, lovely, beautiful church. And as you go through there, that's the way to Thame High Street. I might do a video on that later. So yes, thanks for taking that little journey with me. All off the cuff, I haven't planned anything. I've just turned up, parked up and had a look at this place. I just happened to be working up the road. So yeah, quite interesting. See you later, guys.